And we're back with Frankly Speaking Live. I'm your host, Frank Holzhauser. My co-host, David Kaniuk, and Carolyn Pettit in the studio with us. My hypocrite of the week, basically, since I offered you the Popanif on the hypocrite altar, I'm going to name Chris Hayes of PMSNBC. He has opined that Karl Rove needs to back up his allegations about Hillary Clinton's health. Now, first of all, it was either a bogus delay to avoid the Benghazi hearings or it was a legitimate medical issue. Not many folk are laid up 30 days for an irrelevant health issue. If she wasn't avoiding the hearing, it was a major issue. But it's the double standard. Harry Reid routinely makes all sorts of bizarre allegations. Last election cycle, he accused Mitt Romney of not paying his taxes based on something he was told. When the hell did Chris Hayes demand proof of that accusation? Or for that matter, any liberal media types? Nancy Pelosi alleged not long ago that a Republican insider told her that his party doesn't care about the poor because they don't exist. Again, Chris Hayes was on top of that story demanding proof. Not. It's beyond comical. It's just sad. We can't have a real press that scrutinizes both sides equal. Well, dream on.
Yeah, I think he does have a point in some respects that he should kind of back up why he is speculating about her health. I mean, is it just on the on her being laid up for 30 days to delay her Benghazi hearing, which totally was a work. I mean,
well, he was saying something about somebody had stated the type of glasses that she was walking out, the type of sunglasses that she was walking with on, that she had on, walking out of the hospital, was glasses that people with severe brain injuries potentially wear.
So he scrutinized these glasses and said those are brain injury glasses.
Well, supposedly she fell and suffered a concussion. And, you know, was there any brain injury as a result of this concussion? Because I guess, you know, a brain injury is a concussion, or, concussion is brain injury.
Right.
But what they were wanting to know was because she was wearing these particular type of glasses that patients who have severe head trauma wear, there was speculation. And, of course, the media jumped on it and said, Karl Rove says Hillary has brain damage, which Karl Rove didn't say that. But
Right. Well, I mean, he should come out and state. I think he should personally come out and state what his reasonings are for floating that story out. I think it's part of a tactic to float a story out and get the idea out there that, oh, well, maybe she's not competent to run. And I'm not trying to defend her or anything because I don't think she's competent to run. But I think it's just kind of a diversionary tactic, so to speak.
Well, legitimately, all candidates are eventually asked about their health records.
Right.
And I'm not sure if Barack Obama released his. I think he may have released a partial list of his health records. But apparently Rove wants to get the story in the media for the media to cover it, and he got his job done because the media is covering it.
There you go.
So you have a choice for this week, and
I got a couple that I didn't get to last week. I'll be quick with them. First off, Ed Schultz from PMSNBC.
Good old Ed.
He said, get this. He tweeted out, and I quote, this is gonna blow your mind more than the aliens. Gay people were really the ones being persecuted in Hitler's Germany. Let me repeat that. Gay people were really the ones being persecuted in Hitler's Germany.
So is he saying all Jews were gay?
I don't know. I guess between the 5,000 and 15,000 gay men who were interned in concentration camps trump the 6 million Jews who died.
Well,
what was the point? I'm sorry. What was the point of the statement?
He's an idiot.
I'm not saying that by any means. We're supposed to live in harmony with everyone. But what is the point of that statement?
Because he's jumping on the pro homosexual agenda bandwagon to such a degree that he's going out and saying this thing, which is completely ridiculous. And of course, you don't hear anything about it in the mainstream press. Nobody jumps on him. Where's the ADL on this?
Well, I'm putting myself in Chris Hayes' shoes. I'm going to say, hey, Ed, back up your allegation.
Exactly. No one's saying anything. Like I said, where's the ADL on this? You know,
That logically doesn't even make
Ahmadinejad, the
sense.
former president of Iran, he just, says, oh, maybe we should have a forum and talk about the Holocaust and see what really happened there. We want to bomb him for that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even any. That's just asking questions. This guy says.
So did you come across anybody who was sane this week?
Well, I got one more hypocrite.
Okay.
Eleanor Clift last week also said that Ambassador Stevens wasn't murdered. He died of smoke inhalation. I guess the people that were attacking the embassy for 8 hours had nothing to do with it. And Prince Charles also said this week that Vladimir Putin he compared him to Hitler, which is pretty odd coming from somebody who was linked to a pedophile. That's Jimmy Savile.
Well, here's one I'd like to mention. Talk about a witch hunt. Did you catch what Michael Druniak, ex-spokesman of Governor Christie, said? He opined last week that when he heard about the bridge lane closures, it was analogous to where he was when the Space Challenger was destroyed. Wow and wow. Besides the fact that the bridge closure was a regional event and the Challenger explosion was viewed nation and worldwide and by millions of school kids, including mine, scarring many, I just was shocked he didn't invoke the Kennedy assassination. Where were you? Man, this is a circus complete with clown cars, and no one at PMSNBC gives a crap about 4 dead in Benghazi, but they're all over a traffic jam.
Oh, he died of smoke inhalation. Eleanor Clift said so. I did find somebody sane just today. A Democratic congressman or Democratic senator, Ron Wyden, actually had the chutzpah to get up on the floor and challenge Obama by saying, quote, every American has the right to know when their government believes it is allowed to kill them.
Well, I have heard so many conflicting stories on his death that I have heard stories that he was sexually assaulted, and he wasn't sexually assaulted.
Wyden?
No.
Oh, you're going back to Chris Stevens.
Chris Stevens.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that he was found alive, and some of the Libyans helped him. I mean, there's no consistency to this story, and then Eleanor Clift is just completely off the charts. Well,
she's trying to downplay the severity of what happened by saying, oh, well, he died of smoke inhalation.
Well, most people who die in a fire generally succumb to smoke inhalation before the fire.
We don't know if it... Right. Okay, so she's right in the sense we don't know if it was a bullet that ripped through him, or if it was the sodomizing that did him in, or if it was smoke inhalation. That doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, this guy died. There was a stand-down order, so we were not allowed to help him while the battle raged on for 8 hours. Generals were relieved of command when they did try to go help him. Their XOs relieved them of command. And this whole thing, again, as I've harped on for the past few weeks, this whole situation was a cover-up for weapons smuggling to Al-Qaeda in Syria, who we are funding.
Well, do you think the committee on Benghazi will even attempt to get to the bottom of this?
No. The truth will not come out.
And you think?
I got nothing.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm learning.
All right. Well, this has been Frankly Speaking Live, and I'm your host, Frank Holzhauser, and my co-host, David Kaniuk, and Carolyn Pettit joined us this week. We're going to possibly bring Carolyn in sometime soon, and we're going to have her tell our audience.
You just won't let it go.
We're going to have her tell our audience her life story and her bout with demonic possession. And I think this is an important story that a lot of people need to hear. Are you game?
Definitely.
All right.
It's not my story, so he'll do what he wants.
It's God's story,
That's right? Absolutely.
All right. Well, as I said, this has been Frankly Speaking Live, and we will join you next week at the same time.